Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. It's a bit unexpected, I know. I haven't really said I'll be doing this, but I thought I'd do my Doctor Who book collection. I know it's been a while since my last video, apologise about that. But anyway, I thought I'd try and get this video done, and I thought it'd be quite a good idea. And plus, because it's my book collection, I have got a few more since my last video. I'm not sure what was in my last video because that was quite a couple of years ago, I think. I'm not entirely sure when I uploaded that, but yes, I'm going to show you what I've got in my Doctor Who book collection, and I'll give you my thoughts on some that I've read. A lot of these I haven't actually read yet, because obviously time, I actually have to sit down and read it, and it does take a long time. Some of them I have read, and I'll go through the ones that I have read once we get going. So. Yeah, first off we have the Doctor Who, The Secret Lives of Monsters. So I got this in W.H. Smith's quite cheaply for about £5, so that was quite good. Yeah, quite a good book. It's really good for fans who are wanting to get into the classic series. There's a lot of classic series pictures in this and references and that. So yeah, it's a really good book for information. Yeah, I recommend you pick that one up, and the cover's quite nice as well. Engines of War, really good book this. Actually read it fairly quickly. Really good Time War book this, and if you're interested in the Time War and if you like the War Doctor, then I highly recommend you pick up this one. Now Target books, I decided to put all the books that I've got in sort of order of their release, instead of just putting them all together in a random order, because I thought it would look nicer that way. So we have Doctor Who and the Doomsday Weapon, Doctor Who and the Three Doctors, the first Target book I ever bought. I was a bit annoyed to see that they actually re-released it, but never mind. And we have The Green Death, a lot of Third Doctor ones here. Then we have The Talons of Weng Chiang, a very good novelisation. I read this when I went on holiday and I really enjoyed it. The Twin Dilemma, don't really plan on reading this anytime soon. And next up we have probably the rarest Doctor Who book in my collection. This is quite a recent addition. I got this at the Who shop in London, and this is The Wheel in Space. As you can see, it's in a plastic bag, so I can keep it nice and tidy, if that doesn't make sense, but never mind. Next we have Power of the Daleks, the second rarest book in my collection. Really good book this. This is one that I actually have read, because obviously it's Power of the Daleks, so I thought I need to read this just to see what the whole story's like in book form. Yeah, it didn't disappoint, really good book. Then we have Lucifer Rising, part of the Virgin New Adventures. I've read half of this, I've been meaning to finish it. Human Nature, I recently read this one and it was such a fantastic book. I've got the original release here. I got this before they re-released it, but yeah, very good. Now on to the Missing Adventures, again order of their release. So we have Evolution, Venusian Lullaby, The Empire of Glass, The Crystal Basufulus, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Millennial Rights. Now onto the Past Doctor Adventures, I only have one of those. The Final Sanction, that's meant to be quite a good one apparently. As is The Vampire Science, which is now, these are the 8th Doctor books, so I've got Vampire Science. War of the Daleks, which was actually a really enjoyable book, despite mixed opinions. I thought it was really good. Legacy of the Daleks, I still need to read this one. Bell Tempest, this is terrible, don't buy this one. Then we got The Blue Angel, The Face Eater, Escape Velocity, The Clockwise Man, which was actually quite good. It was a bit slow to begin with, but when it got going it was really quite good. The Feast of the Drowned, quite a recent addition to my collection. The Nightmare of Black Island. I'm kind of trying to get it out there. Yeah, this is the first Doctor Who book I ever bought. The Art of Destruction, The Price of Paradise, Sting of the Zygons, The Last Dodo, Wooden Heart, Forever Autumn. Sick building, an absolutely dreadful book. Just don't buy this one. This is atrocious. Yeah, I read it because the cover looked quite promising, but never judge a book by its cover. It's really quite disappointing, that. Wet World, Wishing Well, Pirate Loop. We've got The Story of Martha, which was really enjoyable. Martha's my favourite new series companion, and if you're a fan of Martha, then I highly recommend that one. And we've got Judgment of the Jadoo. On the second shelf, we have Prisoner of the Daleks, an excellent Doctor Who book, probably one of the best new series books ever to be released, I think, and one of the best Doctor Who books of all time, in my personal opinion. Then we have Plague of the Cybermen. Then we have The Dalek Generation, which I read half of, but I never actually got around to finishing it for some reason. Yeah, very strange. But for what I read, it was pretty good. Then we have Shroud of Sorrow. Again, I haven't read it. Then we have The Claws of the Macra, which came through with Doctor Who Adventures. This is one that I read at school, and from what I remember, I actually quite enjoyed it. Then we have Touch Magic of the Angels. I read this one in a day. It was really easy, quick read. As it says on the spine there, quick read, really easy to read, and it was alright, mainly for the kids, I think, that one. The Tales of Trenzalore, quite a recent addition to my collection. Yeah, this is quite a, just going to take a book out there because it's quite compact on this shelf. Yeah, Tales of Trenzalore, I haven't read it. And then we move on to the 50th anniversary Doctors. I've read all of these, including Shakedown. And so to start off with, we have 10 Little Aliens. Yeah, didn't really find that one very enjoyable, quite dull to be honest. My favourite out of the collection, Last of the Gathering. Very good Doctor Who book, one of Mark Gatiss' best works. And we have Players, written by Terrance Dicks. Yeah, another good one. Remembrance of the Daleks, great Target book this. I think they just published it or re-released it. Yeah, very good. And my favourite Doctor Who book at the moment is Shakedown. An excellent Doctor Who book. If you haven't read Shakedown, it features the Sontarans. Go and buy it because it's my favourite Doctor Who book, and it's just brilliant. Then we have Shadow in the Glass, part of the History collection. And we have a couple of sort of like biographies kind of thing. We have Who on Earth, or Who is Michael E. Bryant. Directed a few of the classic Doctor Who stories. Great director, and that was quite a good read as well. The Doctor's Who's Who, this is the Matt Smith edition. I know they've updated it with Peter Capaldi, but yeah, that was a great read. Thoroughly interesting and thoroughly enjoyable. Now to the re-released Target books. We have Doctor Who and the Daleks. Very good, I really enjoyed that one. Doctor Who and the Crusaders, haven't read that one. And Doctor Who and the 10th Planet, the first Target book I ever bought, and I really enjoyed that because I read that on holiday as well. Doctor Who and the Cybermen, Doctor Who and the Abominable Snowmen. I love this story to pieces. I love the audio and I love the book. It's fantastic. Doctor Who and the Auton Invasion, another good one. Doctor Who and the Cave Monsters, Doctor Who and the Loch Ness Monster. So that is my Doctor Who book collection. I hope you enjoyed it. A bit long video. So I'll probably get around to reading a lot of these at some point, but if you want reviews of some of the ones that I haven't read, then that may take a while for the video to come. But yeah, for the ones that I have read, a lot of them I've already done a lot of reviews for. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you buy some of the ones that I recommended because they are very good. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.